Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Polkadot, which is currently up 1% and it's sitting at over $5. Now before we jump into exactly where I think Polkadot could be going over the next few days, and really a few other coins as well, make sure you guys go check out the Discord down below. You can see on the screen right now just how many trades our members have been winning from simply joining up and starting to copy and paste the trades that we're sending out to them every single day. It's been absolutely insane. All the members have been crushing it. We've had over an 85% win rate for the entirety of this year. So yeah, make sure you join up. First link in the description. Super easy to join up and even easier to copy the trades. Now back to the video. So in yesterday's video we had Bitcoin crashing down a bit. We were on this candle, we were sitting at $100,000, and since it's come up roughly 4%, it says 1%, but we've come up 4% from the lows. The stock market is performing relatively well. We're up 1%. Ethereum is up 4.7%, better than Bitcoin, which is quite interesting to see, and dominance is still ever so slowly dropping down. We can see here on the percent chart just how much it's dropping. We need it to go below 60% right here, so we still have a relatively large drop ahead of us, and yeah, I mean that's what we're going to be really hoping for. But with Polkadot, if you remember a few videos ago, we were specifically talking about accumulating anywhere under $4 and how that was an amazing area to buy. We said anywhere under $5 is a decent area, but under $4, that's where you really should be scaling in. And yeah, that plan has worked its fruition. You know, we're from the lows of 360, we're currently up what would this be, 30%, 40%. So yeah, the trade's going very well so far, and that's the reason why I really like Polkadot, especially at these extremely low levels. And this goes for a few other altcoins as well, but the main reason is that there's so much value here. You know, a lot of newer coins, for example, if we take a look at meme coins, the risk they possess at these lower levels is much higher, because a lot of them don't have the established value and perceived value. Like Polkadot, we've numerous times hit $11, been at over $11. Previously it was at over $50, so there's already that sort of intrinsic value for Polkadot. And you know, from $3, it's already great value there just from simply that, and it can easily do a 2x. If the market is in a terrible state but is going up, you'll see Polkadot do a 2x from, you know, $3. That's, I think, set in stone. So yeah, it's great value. Not only that, but the staking is relatively good as well. 15% APR on a few exchanges. Yes, there's a staking period and unstaking period, but regardless, I think it's great. You know, for example, we've been accumulating Polkadot for a few years now, or a year to be exact. We were accumulating back in 21, where we sold off a bit during the bull run, where it obviously went to $50, and since we've been accumulating again under $4, a bit under $5 as well. And we didn't sell at $11 here initially, or the second time, but what we were doing was staking it up, and that has allowed us to earn a lot of profit, because you have to remember with the staking, it's compounding interest. So sure, it might be 15% APR, but you stake up 100 Polkadot, you're going to be earning, you know, whatever, 1.5 from the 15%. That compounds in, so that's then 101.5, then it's 15% of that, and it's an everlasting compound effect. So yeah, it's, I think, very good. We're still in profits. You know, even members that were accumulating at like $6, $7, they're still in profits right now simply from the staking. So when we are able to come back up to $11, $12, where we are going to start selling off, third time's hopefully going to be the charm, and we still going to be targeting higher, we're going to be in extreme profits, not just from the coin going up, but also from the staking. And that's why it's quite important to, you know, if you're looking at these value coins, make sure you find some other ways to make profits from it, whether that's hedging, staking, you know, anything really. For example, with Ethereum and Polkadot and even Solana and API, a few weeks ago we had a great short position. You know, the market was dropping, we were still trying to desay lower, and what did we do? We shorted when the market was coming down. You know, ETH, we shorted from like 2.1k down to 1.5k, and we closed that short position for profits. We then use those profits to desay back in lower. It's, you know, you have to use strategy. If you're just holding, say you bought at 2.5k and you're not finding hedging positions, you're not staking, you're not doing anything, you're just sort of letting your capital burn up. And if you bought at 2.5k or 2.6k, whatever, it would have taken you, you know, well over a month or two to now come back to break even. Whereas instead, what we did was we shorted. Say we entered at 2.5 as well, we shorted and we desayed low at 1.5. So now when we close a short, we're already in profits, whatever it was. I think it was like 100% or something with leverage, obviously. And from that position then, 1.5k to 2.6k, we're now up another 60%. So whilst you're up now, whatever that might be, you know, 2.5%, where 200% practically from the DCA and the short position. So it's very, very important to find these strategies. And again, we posted the short and we're posting all of our trades every single day in the Discord. First link in the description, join up. But you know, regardless, even if you don't join up, find some of these strategies as well. Use those strategies I've been telling you. So yeah, I think it's very, very important. As for the future of Polkadot, it's practically the same as what we said in all the other videos. I think Polkadot will perform well. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do a 10, 100x, whatever, like a few of the altcoins. You know, like Render, I think can easily do a 5 to 10x. Fetch from these levels, easy 5 to 10x. Sui, probably a 3 to 5, 10 maybe x. It's a really, really good coin. Just maybe market cap will hold it back a bit. But there's coins like Polkadot that are relatively low risk, 2 to 3x's in my opinion. You know, at 3x easy if you accumulated when we said. If not, it's gonna be like a 2 to 3x. But 3.3x from our accumulation plus the staking, it's gonna be like a 3.54x. I think that's insane for a coin like Polkadot. It's insane, especially because nothing major has to happen. You know, we're not expecting any sort of major news regarding Polkadot. This is just simply from overall crypto price action. Like no news came out on Polkadot or really any other altcoin. Bitcoin's just been moving up, so has all the other altcoins. Now, if there's news regarding Polkadot, ETF filings, ETF approvals, potential partnerships, that'll just fuel the fire even more. But that's not necessary. We're not looking for those necessarily on Polkadot. We're simply just riding the price action. What is this news? Participate, BS, you know, all of this news right here is all just BS. And delays, whatever, BS again, you know. All of that news is BS. It really does not affect Polkadot at all right now. You'll see it when it affects Polkadot. It will be like an ETF approval. It will be, you know, specific hedge funds, ETF funds buying into the ETF of Polkadot. But I think the real alt season, which might not be this year, it might be in the next coming years, but I think the real alt season will be when we get an altcoin ETF. I think for that to happen, each individual altcoin will need its own ETF, and then there will be like an ETF of an ETF. So it'll be like the S&P 500, but for crypto, it'll be like a crypto 50, a crypto 100, and you'll be able to buy the ETF, and it will track the top 50 altcoins, entire crypto coins, whatever. I think that's when you'll really start to see crypto pop off, because sure, now, you know, crypto is a lot more mainstream than it was 5-10 years ago. We have exchanges, it's not just dexes now, and it's a lot easier to buy. But ETFs are going to be a complete game changer for crypto. We're still very, very early in. Again, you can see what happened to Bitcoin when ETFs launched. Sure, Ethereum also had ETF launches, which did spike up a bit, but yeah, ETF has been underperforming extremely. And I'm not saying this entire move is Bitcoin related to the ETF, but it has had some sort of effect that has allowed it to pump up, which we can also you know, give credit to the ETFs. And what the ETFs will allow is a completely new sort of demographic that will start to buy into crypto. And if you didn't know, the more money flows into crypto rather than out, the higher it goes. It's, you know, simple economics really. That's how these marketplaces work. A lot of people seem to forget. They seem to think it's, you know, directly news related, or if a coin releases this news that it's, you know, doing this and this, that's the reason it's pumping. It's not, you know, people buy because of that news, which then causes, a lot of people seem to forget that. So yeah, once more people start buying like from the ETFs, I think that's when we'll see even higher gains. Now, if you did enjoy the video, we did slightly waffle on, but yeah, if you did enjoy, please do make sure to like and subscribe. And again, if you want to be copying my trades every single day, check out the Discord down below. And if you need a place to actually buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrency for the lowest fees with the best sign-up bonuses, then check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.